Have you ever heard of the Himba, a people who live in the heart of Namibia, deep in Africa? A tribe that defies time and modernity, maintaining traditions that intrigue and captivate the entire world. Hello, I'm Suman Illumina, and today you'll embark on a fascinating journey. Let's explore one of the most unique cultures in the world, the Himba, a tribe that lives in the heart of Namibia. But before anything else, did you know that, for the Himba, women are the true leaders? They possess a power and freedom that defy all expectations. In this video, we'll explore how this tribe resists time, modern challenges, and keeps alive traditions that are truly unique. Get ready to discover the beauty, strength, and freedom of the most fascinating women in the world. Stay with me. The story of the Himba is as fascinating as their culture. This resilient people belong to the Herero ethnic group and live in the Kayakoland region in northern Namibia. Their connection to the land is so deep that it feels almost mystical. They have survived for centuries in one of the world's most challenging environments, the desert. The Himba are known for their ability to adapt to extreme conditions, something that is part of their identity. In the past, they faced great difficulties, including forced migrations and the loss of land during European colonization. Yet, they managed to preserve their traditions and way of life, passing down their customs from generation to generation. Cattle farming is the foundation of the Himba economy. For them, cattle are not just a source of food but a symbol of status and a spiritual connection to their ancestors. Each animal is treated with extreme care, as if it were a family member. The social organization of the Himba is also unique. They live in small circular villages composed of extended families. In the center of each village, there is a sacred fire, a spiritual link to their ancestors, which is kept burning continuously. This fire symbolizes the connection between the past, present, and future. The Himba stand out for their ability to balance tradition and modernity. Even with the increasing influence of the outside world, they remain true to their culture. They do not wear Western clothing and are in no rush to adapt to global changes, as they believe their way of life is sacred. This attachment to their roots has made them one of the most studied and admired peoples in the world, a true symbol of cultural resistance in an increasingly globalized planet. The beauty of Himba women. Himba women are internationally known for their unique beauty and the rituals that reflect a deep respect for their traditions. But what makes them so special? It's more than appearance, it's a celebration of identity, spirituality, and connection with nature. One of the most striking aspects is the use of ochais, a mixture of butter, animal fat, and red ochre, which they apply to their bodies and hair. This practice is not just aesthetic. Ochais protects the skin from the intense desert sun and repels insects, being essential for surviving in such a hostile environment. The reddish hue of the ochais is more than a symbol of beauty. For the Himba, this color represents the earth, blood, and life. Each application is almost like a ritual, a reaffirmation of who they are and their connection to their ancestors. Moreover, the hairstyles of Himba women are a true living book. The shape and style of their hair indicate marital status, age, and even their role in the community. Young unmarried women, for example, wear specific braids that change when they become mothers or wives. Everything has a deep meaning. Their clothing also reflects the simplicity and sophistication of this culture. Women typically wear skirts made of goat leather and adornments of shells, stones, and beads, each telling a part of their personal story. And the most impressive? Everything is handmade, using natural resources found in the environment. Each piece, each ornament, is a testament to the skill and pride of these incredible women. For the Himba, beauty is not superficial. It is deeply connected to the soul, the earth, and tradition. And, unlike what we see in many modern cultures, here beauty is about identity and community, not comparison or external standards. In many cultures, women's freedom is a topic of debate and constant struggle. But among the Himba, female freedom is a central element of their society, something that fascinates those who get a closer look at their customs. Himba women play an important role in family, social, and cultural decisions. They are responsible for maintaining the home, caring for children, and even leading spiritual ceremonies. However, what stands out the most is the way this society views relationships. The freedom of Himba women. If there's one thing that stands out when talking about Himba women, it is their incredible freedom and autonomy, something rare and impressive in many cultures around the world. In the heart of Namibia, in a traditional society, women have a powerful voice and an active role in their community. But what makes their freedom so unique? Unlike many cultures that define women only as wives and mothers, among the Himba, women are the true spiritual and cultural leaders. They are responsible for maintaining the household, raising children, and, above all, keeping the tribe's harmony and tradition. But the true freedom of Himba women goes beyond daily life. One of the most fascinating aspects of this culture is how women choose their partners and maintain their personal relationships. In Himba marriages, women have the right to choose their husbands, and dating is an open, even public, practice. There is no rush to marry. Instead, they focus on what truly matters to them, whether their partner is respectful, and if the relationship is based on trust and mutual respect. And here's the point that may surprise many: Himba marriages are not exclusive. This means a man can have several wives, and women have the freedom to decide how they relate to the men in the tribe. For Himba women, the most important thing is the quality of the relationship and the freedom to live their own choices, without external pressures. This freedom is also reflected in education and cultural practices. While Himba women are responsible for teaching children traditions, values, and ancestral stories, they also have access to making important decisions within the tribe. Women are respected as spiritual leaders, who interpret and maintain the sacred rituals that connect the people to their ancestors. Female leadership among the Himba reflects the balance that exists in their society. There is no subordination or limitation imposed on women, but mutual respect between men and women, who share the responsibility for the survival and prosperity of the community. Therefore, we can say that Himba women, beyond their unique beauty and impressive strength, are an example of true freedom, the kind that comes from choice, respect, and independence in a society where connection with the land and others is the foundation of everything. Contrast with other cultures. Now, let's make a comparison. In a globalized world, where the influences of Western culture are everywhere, how do the practices of the Himba compare to what we call freedom in modern societies? What do the Himba teach us about the true meaning of being free and living according to our own values? In Western societies, freedom is often associated with individual independence, the pursuit of personal success, and the expression of our desires and ambitions. Here, it's common to think of freedom as an acquired right, often based on modern cultural conventions and standards. However, in many Western cultures, the social pressures on how we should behave, what we should wear, what is considered beautiful, and what is success, can often be more limiting than liberating. Women, in particular, face constant scrutiny on how they should present themselves and live, often adjusting to beauty standards or behaviors imposed by society or the media. Now, look at the Himba. For them, beauty is not determined by what's shown on magazine covers or TV commercials. There is no universal standard for how one should be, but rather a deep connection with who they are, their roots, and the land they live on. Himba women are free to express their identity, and this isn't limited to external appearance, but is a reflection of their respect for their traditions and community. This difference becomes even clearer when we talk about relationships. In many Western societies, marriage is seen as a fixed institution, often associated with the idea of exclusivity, even possessiveness. But among the Himba, marriage is not a prison, but a choice. Women have the power to choose their partners, with no pressure to conform to a single model of relationship. They decide how they want to live, who they want to be with, and have the freedom to live their emotions authentically. Among the Himba, freedom is not just in personal choices, but also in the social structure. While in the West many women still face an ongoing battle for equality and recognition, in Himba tribes, female leadership is natural. They hold central roles in spiritual ceremonies and are responsible for transmitting ancestral knowledge. Here, women are not a secondary part, but the vital force of the community. This brings us to an important reflection. In our pursuit of individual freedom, are we perhaps forgetting something fundamental? Maybe true freedom isn't about seeking perfection or conforming to external standards, but about the ability to live according to our essence, respecting our roots and the others around us. The Himba remind us that freedom is a deep and complex concept. It is not just in what we do, but in how we connect with who we are and with the world around us. Perhaps, if we all allowed ourselves to live more authentically and respect our own choices, we could achieve true freedom, just as the Himba women do every day. The Himba, with their unique traditions and ways of life, teach us much more than we can imagine. They don't just preserve a culture, they offer us a valuable lesson on how to live authentically and how freedom can be rooted in tradition and respect. Are you ready to look at the world through their eyes?